The next thing that we want to do is talk about approximating rational exponents. So sometimes these aren't going to come out to be pretty numbers like fractions or integers. And so we want to do decimal approximations. If that's the case, your homework or your quiz or whatever will tell you how to round. In our case, we'll go ahead and just round to the hundredths, which is 2 decimal places. So I am going to go over to Desmos and put each of these in. This one I want to go ahead and practice changing from radical form to rational exponent form. So I'm going to do that first. So I would write 7 raised to the 3 over 4 power, because remember that the back number goes in the numerator and the front number, the index, goes in the denominator. If you happen to be in class and using your calculator, these would be the steps to do number 1. You would put in the 9 and then hit that little caret or up arrow, and then put in 1 divided by 5 for your 1/5 fraction, and then hit enter. But I will show you the Desmos version. All right, so we're going to go ahead and do all 3 of these problems while we're in Desmos, and then we'll go back and report our answers. So the first one we had was 9 raised to the 1/5 power. So we're going to put a 9 in and then use that A raised to the B button. And our B is a fraction, but that's okay. We just write it as a fraction. 1 divided by 5. And that gives us 1.55 if we round to the hundredths. So we'll report that in our notes here in a minute. But first, let's do our next one. We had 12 raised to the 3/8. So 12, and then the power button, and we want to say 3 divided by 8. So 3 divided by 8, and that's going to do 2.54 when we round to 2 decimal places or hundredths. And then finally, our last one was 7 raised to the 3/4 power. So 7 raised to the 3 divided by 4 power gives me 4.30. So let's take those numbers and write our approximate rational exponents. All right, so we are using decimal approximations here. So the proper way to do that would be to say approximately equal to, and 1.55 was the answer we got here. Approximately equal to 2.54. And again, your homework or quiz will tell you exactly how to round. In this case, I'm rounding to the hundredths, to 2 decimal places. And finally, 7 to the 3/4 power is 4.30.